Hello and welcome to Solve the Papers. In this video, I'm solving Mathematics Paper 1 of April 2020. In this paper, you are not allowed to use your calculator, so don't carry a calculator. You may need a protractor, and a tracing paper is optional. Paper is 40 marks and the duration is 45 minutes. Let's get started. Question number 1. Here I have 4 calculations with answers. The first one is 250 divided by 10 to get 25. We are required to tick the calculation if the answer is correct, cross the calculation if the answer is not correct. Of course, could do long division. 250 divided by 10 goes 2 for 20. Get 50, goes for 5 for 50. So this one is correct. So we take that. 15 divided by 10. 15 divided by 10 goes 1 for 10, 5.50. So the answer is 15 and it's not 1,500. So that's not correct. 90 divided by 10. 10 goes into 9 times for 90. So the answer is 9, not 900. So this is not correct. Then lastly, 12 times 100. Of course, you can do long multiplication. 100 times 12. It's going to be 0, 0, 2. 1 times 0 is 1, 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. When you add, you get 1200, and this is correct. That's correct. Question number 2. Complete these calculations. Of course, 3 dash plus dash 8 gives us 100. Of course, so any number that you add with 8 to get us 0, that number should be 2. So the 3, 2. And therefore, we have now a number here which should add to, when you add 8 plus 2, should give us 10, and that carry 1. So 3 plus 1 gives us 4. So what number do you add to 4 to get us 0, which is 10? That number is supposed to be 6. So you can confirm that. 32 plus 68 gives us 8 plus 2 gives us 10, carry 1. 4 plus 6 gives us 10, so 100. So the number is 32 plus 68. Part B. What number do you add 0 plus 0? 0 plus whatever number to give us 0. That number is 0. Now, what number do you add to 5 to get us 0? What number should be here? So that should be 5. So 5 plus 5 gives us 10. Therefore, that 0 goes there. Then now, we have 1 here, and we have a number that we should add here to give us 10. And that number, of course, remember we have 1 here, and 5 plus 5, that is 10. So this becomes 200. And we need a number. When you add to 200, we get 10. And that number is 8. We can check that. 850 plus 150. This is 0, 0. That is 10. Carry 1. 9 plus 1 gives us 1,000. That is correct. Question number 3. The chart shows the times that planes leave an airport in London. Of course, destination, flight number, flight time. Destinations are Amsterdam, New York, Madrid, and Berlin. Aiko is traveling from London to New York. What time will our flight leave? What time will our flight leave? flight number and flight time. So it's from London and she wants to go to New York. So our flight leaves at 14:25. Question number 4. Lily has 404 marbles. She loses 8 of these marbles. How many marbles does she have left? This is finding the difference of 404. Take away 8 marbles that have been lost. And of course, you borrow 10. I want to get 14. 14 minus 8 gives us 6. We have 9 there and 3. So she has 396 marbles left. Question number 5. Write the number that is halfway between these two numbers. Halfway between these two numbers. Of course, we need to add the two numbers. 55136 and 5142, and then find the middle number, so 5142. So when you add 2 plus 6, that's 8. 3 plus 4, you get 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. 5 plus 5, you get 10. Then we find this number, we divide this number by 2. We can do long division. 10, 2, 7, 8. Divide by 2. 2 goes 5 times into 10. We bring 2 here, get 1. 7. So 2 goes 3 times into 7 for 6. And 7 minus 6 is 1. We bring 8 down here. So it will go 9 times. 2 goes 9 times for 18. So the number that is in here is 5139. That is the number between these two numbers. Question number 6. Here is a rectangle. Okay. Measure each side and write the measurement on the diagram. Use a ruler and do your measurement. You'll find this is 5 centimeters and this is 3 centimeters. Calculate the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter is the length round the rectangle. So this is 3 meters and this side is 5 meters. A rectangle has got sides that are equal on both sides. Got sides that have got the same length. So perimeter is equals to 5. This 5 plus this 3 plus this 5 plus this 3. When you add, this would be 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 8, you get 16. So it is 16 centimeters. Question number 7. Complete the following. Angles are measured in degrees. 1 full turn is equivalent to dash right angles. 1 full turn is equivalent to 1 full turn is 1 full turn is equal to 360 degrees, and right angle is 90 degrees. So we're going to take 360 divide by 90 to know how many right angles are in 360. And what number do we multiply to get 36? That is going to be 4. So 90 multiplied by 4 gives us 0 and then 36. So 36. So 4 is the number of right angles. You have 4 right angles. Question number 8. Pierre travels 112 kilometers at the same speed in a car. He uses 8 liters of petrol. How far does he travel using 1 liter of petrol? How far? So Pierre uses 8 liters to travel a distance of 112 kilometers. 1 liter will give him what journey? So we cross multiply. There's going to be 1 liter times 112 kilometers divided by 8 liters, because the liters will cancel and we'll have 1 times 112 gives us 112 divided by 8. We can do the long division, divide by 8. 1 for 8, so 11 minus 8 gives us 3, 2. What number do we multiply by 8 to get 32? The number is 4. So 0. So he travels 14 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol. Question number 9. Draw the lines of symmetry on these two letters. Line of symmetry divides the shape into two equal and similar portions or parts. We use the word parts. Two equal and similar parts. So line of symmetry for letter capital A is right there. That is the line of symmetry. For capital letter E, the line of symmetry is through there. Question number 10. Here is a number line. Join each fraction and decimal to the correct position on the number line. So this is 0 and this is 1. And therefore, this means this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and then 1. So we need to convert a half to a decimal. So a half is 1 divided by 2. For 2 is greater than 1, so 0. We get 10. So what number do we multiply by 2 to get 10? The number is 5. So for 10, so half is 0.5. So we draw 0.5 to that point. 0.9, of course, is there. And 3 divided by 10. 3 divided by 10. 10 is greater than 3, so we put a 0 and a decimal. Then we add a 0. So what number do we multiply it by 10 to get 30? That number is 3 for 30. So 3 divided by 10 gives us the point in the number line. Question number 11. Here is a square grid. Here is a square grid, X and Y. A, B, C, and D are vertices of a kite. A and B are shown on the grid. C is the point 7, 4. This is X coordinate. This is Y coordinate. Write the coordinates of D. Let's first plot the coordinates of C. C is 7 for X and Y is 4. So where they meet is here. That is where they meet. And this is a kite. A kite looks something like this. So if this is A, this is B, therefore this is C, and D should be this. So we draw C, and we should imagine the kite to be point D. So point D should be equivalent to, the length of AD should be equivalent to length of AB. So AB is 1, 2 square, so 1, 2. So our D should be there. Therefore, we join that point, and then we join D to C. There is our kite. So the coordinates of the coordinates of D. First, go for the coordinate on y-axis, which is 3, and then the y coordinate is 6. X coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 6, and therefore the coordinate of point D is 3, 6. Coordinate of D is 3, 6. That's what we write here, 3, 6. Question number 12. Angelic scores 30 out of 50 in a test. Gabriela scores 50% in the same test. Write a ring around the name of the person who has the highest score. We need to convert these to the same percentage. So 30 out of 50 times 100. We convert it to 100 by 51, by 52. So 30 times 2 gives us 60%. And Gabriela, that is for Angelic and 60%, Gabriela at 50%. So Gabriela scored the highest because 60% is greater than 50%. So explanation is 30 out of 50 is equal to 60%. So Angelic scored, or had a higher score, had a higher score than Gabriela. Question number 13. Sophia measures the temperature of a cup of tea to see how quickly it cools. Graph shows temperature of a cup of tea in degrees Celsius on the y-axis, time in x-axis. By how much does the tea cool in the first 15 minutes? By how much? Of course, you come to 15 minutes, go to the graph, 15 minutes, you draw a line from 15 to the graph, 15 minutes to graph, then from the graph to the y-axis, to the y-axis, draw a correct line, and this is 55. So by how much does it cool? So we take the initial temperature of the tea was 80, and in 15 minutes the temperature of the tea is 55. So we take away 55. We borrow 1, 10, 10 minus 5, we get 5. We had borrowed 1 here, sorry, 7 remaining, 7 minus 5, we get 25 degrees Celsius. So the tea cooled by 25 degrees Celsius. Question number part B. Sophia measures the temperature after 30 minutes. The temperature of the tea is 45 degrees now. Plot this temperature on the graph. So at 30 minutes, the temperature is now 45. So 45 is there. Therefore, we can join this line. So we are plotted, and you can as well draw the line to 45. Question 14. Chen says to calculate 32 times 21, I multiply 32 by 20 and then add 32. Okay, Chen changes method to calculate 32 by 19. You change Chen's method to calculate 32 by 19. You must show you're working. So I will multiply I will multiply 32 by 20 and then subtract the answer, subtract from the answer 32. So here we go. 32 multiplied by, of course, I'll subtract 32 because 20 minus 19, 20 take away 19 gives you 1. So 1 will be our 32. So 32 multiplied by 20, everything is, when you multiply everything by 0, you get 0. Multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. 2 by 3, you get 6. So the answer is 640. Therefore, 6040 plus 32, this gives us 276. Sorry, we are not adding, we are taking away. We are subtracting 32. So we borrow 10, so 10 minus 2 gives us 8. Remainder 3 here, 3 minus 3 gives us 0. So the answer is 608. The answer is 608. You can confirm this by multiplying this out. 32 multiplied by 19. 1 times 9 times 2 gives you 18, carry 1. 3 times 9 gives us 27. 27 plus 1 gives us 28. So 28. Then 1 times 2 gives us 2. 1 times 3 is 3. So what you get here is you add 8. 0 plus 0 gets 0. 8 gets 0. 8 plus 2 gives us 10. Carry 1. 3 plus 3 gives us 6. The answer is correct. Question number 15. There are 30 students in a class. A fifth like football. How many students do not like football? So in the class, there are 5 over 5 students, and then a fifth likes football. How many students do not like football? Therefore, since the fractions have got the same denominator, you can subtract the numerators. 5 minus 1 gives us 4 over 5. So 4 over 5 do not like football. But then what is 4 over 5 of 30? So 4 over 5 of 30 is how many students? Of course, you divide 5 by 1 by 5, you get 1. 30 divided by 5, you get 6. 6 times 4 gives us 24. So 24 students do not like football. Question 16. Here are 3 symbols used by the ancient Egyptians to write numbers. This symbol means 1, this symbol means 10, this symbol means 100. Which numbers do these symbols represent? This is 10. This is 10 from here. These are 4. One of them is 1, so this is 4. So 10 plus 10 gives us 20. 20 plus 4 gives us 24. So that number is 24. What about this number here? This is 100. This is 100. This one is 100. This one is 3. And this one is, this is 4. And this one is 5. So total is 9. Therefore, this was 100. So these are 300 and this is 9. So it is 309. Part B. Write 42 using the ancient Egyptian symbol. So for 100, this number you can divide it in terms of 100. Of course, this would be 100, this would be 40, and this would be 2. Therefore, for 100, you have this symbol. Then for 40, we have 4 of this. And then for 2, you have 2 of that. So this is 100, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, and this is 2. And this will total to 142. Question number 17. Write a digit in each box to complete these statements. 4.6 rounded to the nearest tenth. Rounded to the nearest tenth, you get 4.1. So this should be 0, such that 4.06, when you round it to the nearest tenth, this is tenth, that is the 10th position, then what you get is 4.1. 2.2 rounded to the nearest tenth gives us 2.8. Therefore, what you write here is 8, such that 2.82, this is the 10th place. 2 is less than 5, so what you get is 2.8 if you round it to the nearest tenth. So that position is taken by 8. Question 18. Calculate this, take away this. So 147, I would like it to arrange it this way. 0.56, take away 32.38. Now it becomes easier to calculate when you arrange the numbers in this way. So 6 is less than 8, so we borrow 1 from 5, remain 4. So now we have 16. 16 minus 8 gives us 6. We had remained 4 here, and 4 minus 3 gives us 1 point. 2 minus 6 is 5. 4 minus 3 is 1 and 1. So our answer is, this should have been 8. I'm writing 6, sorry. The answer is 115.18. Question number 19. 4 children empty their money boxes. They record the number of each coin they have in a table. They have coins 10 cent, 5 cent, 1 cent. And Oliver, Yuri, As, and Carlos have got this number of different coins. How much money does Oliver have? This is Oliver. Oliver has got 10 cent, 5 cent, and 1 cent coin. And has got 3 10 cent, 4 5 cent, and 1 cent. Therefore, 3 10 cent coin, this gives us 30, and 4 5 cent coin gives us 20. 1 cent coin is just 1. So you add this, you get 51. So Oliver 51 cents. That's 51 cents. Write the name of the child who has most coins. Most coins. So for most coins, we just multiply. For Oliver, we have found he has got 51 coins. Let's do for Yuri. Yuri has got 10 times 10 cent coins plus 3 5 cent coins plus 1 cent coin. 10 times 10 is 100 plus 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1. So this Yuri person has got 116 coins, 116 coins. Asan has got 6 times 10 cent coins plus 7 5 cent coins plus 2 1 cent coin, and this is going to be 60. 6 times 10 is 60. 7 times 5 is 35. 2 times 1 is 2. When you add up this, you get 97. For Carlos, he has got 6 10-cent coins plus 1 5-cent coin plus 4 1-cent coin. And 60 times 60 is 6 times 10 is 60. 1 times 5 is 5. 4 times 1 is 4. So Carlos has got 69 coins. So who has most coins? The person who has got the most coin is Hassan. Sorry, it's no, I was calculating the number of monies. The person who has got a lot of money is Yuri, but the number of coins we just add. Oh my God, just addition. So Oliver has got 3 plus 4 plus 1, those are 8 coins. Yuri has got 10 plus 3, 13, 14 coins. Hassan has got 6 plus 7, 13 plus 2, 15. And Carlos has got 6 plus 1, 7 plus 4, 11. So Hassan has got the most coins. Hassan has got the most coins. Question was most coins. In the previous, I was calculating who has got the most money. Sorry. Okay, question number 20. Draw rings around all numbers that are divisible by 4. Numbers that are divisible by 4 is 196, 144, and 728. You can try 196 divided by 4, 19 for 2. This gives not 2, 4. This gives us 16. 16 divided by, minus 19, you get 3, 6, for 9, 36. So this number is divisible by 4. What about this number? 574 divided by 4, 1 for 4. This is 17. You get 17 divided by 4 is 4. You get 16, 1, 4. 14 is not divisible by 4. You can get something like 3 for 12, which has got a remainder. So it's going to be 14.43 point something. So these numbers are the only ones divisible by 4. 21. Here is a number fact. 48 times 16 is this number. Use this fact to complete the following statements. 96 times dash is 768. Right, so if you multiply 48 by 2, you get 96. So 48 times 2 times 16 is 768. And therefore 48 times 2 gives us 96 times 16 is equals to 768. And therefore the number missing here is 16. Am I right? The number missing there is, sorry, should be, this is not right. The number missing, so this is 9. So multiply this by 2 and then we divide this by 2. So this is going to be 96 times 8 should be 768. So this number is not 16. This number is 8. Dash multiplied by 32 should be same. What do we do to 16 to get 32? 16 to get that 2 multiplied by 2. So we say 16 times 2 gives us 32. And therefore, we need to divide this by 2. So times 48 divided by 2. So that if we cancel 2, we still remain with this number. So our number here becomes 24 times 32 is equals to 768. So our number here is 24. Likewise, this 64 times some number should give us 768. Therefore, let's start with 48 times 16 is 768, right? So what number do we multiply by what number to give us 64? That number should be 4 times 16 is 64. So then now we divide this number by 4 and multiply this number by 4. So when you divide this number by 4, you get 12 times 16 times 4 is 768. Therefore, this is going to be 12 times 64 is 768, and our number is 12. So this number here is 12. Question number 22. Here is a picture of a cuboid, not drawn to scale. Mia is drawing a net of the cuboid on a squared paper. Complete a net on this grid. A cuboid has got 6 sides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 is on this side, then 5 is from bottom, and then from this other side 6. So 6 surfaces or faces. Mia has only drawn 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to draw 2 more, and we'll go for this. That is one of the missing surface, and then the other one is this one. So when you bring this side up, this side up, this side up, and this one, then this one will go up there. So that is the shape of the grid, the net of the cuboid. Question 23. 40 multiplied by 50 gives an answer that is multiple of 1,000. 2,000 is a multiple of 1,000. When you multiply 1,000 by 1, you get 1,000. When you multiply 1,000 by 2, you get 2,000. When you multiply 1,000 by 3, you get 3,000. So 2,000 is a multiple of 1,000. Write 2 more calculations that give an answer that is a multiple of 1,000. I'll go for 50 multiplied by 60 will give us 3,000, which is a multiple of 1,000. 80 multiplied by 50 will give us 4,000, which is the next multiple of 1,000. Of course, 1,000 times 4 gives us 4,000. Question 24. Complete this table by writing the answer to each calculation as a decimal and a mixed number. The first one has been done for you. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5 as a decimal, and as a mixed number is 6 and a half. What about 32 divided by 5? So 32 divided by 5 goes 5 goes 6 into 30, remainder 2.04. So 4 times 5 gives us 20. So the decimal here is 6.4. Then the fraction is when you rub this, let's rub this 6 for 30. So the remainder is 2. Therefore, the fraction here is 6 and 2 over 5. 6 and 2 over 5. So 6, 2 over 5. 2, 3 divided by 4. We find the decimal first. So What number do we multiply by 4 to give us a number close to 23? That number is 5. Get 20. Therefore, 23 minus 20 gives us 3. So the mixed number will be 5 and 3 over 4. So you can write that one first, 5 and 3 over 4. Then, of course, you can find the decimal. We add a point. Then this we add a 0. What number do we multiply by 4 to get something close to 30? That number is 7 for 28. 30 minus 28 gives us 20. Of course, when you multiply 4 by 5 gives us 20. So the number is in decimal is 5.75. Question 25. A shape is translated 1 square to the right and 2 squares down. 1 square right, 2 squares down. The new shape is labeled B. Shape B is shown on the grid. Shape B is labeled shown on the grid. So draw shape A in the correct position on the grid. So then we reverse this. So this is going to be, we need shape A is translated 1 square to the right and 2 squares down. So to get now shape A, we have shape B. We are going to move 1 square, we reverse this. So it's going to be 1 square to the left and 2 squares up. 1 square left, 2 squares up. So 1 square to the left is 1, and then 1, 2. So then now this shape will be like this. So this is 2, so 2. All right, then this is 2. Come right there. This is 2. Come right there. And this is 4. So 4. Then we join this side and this. This is our shape A. Draw the shape A in the correct position. That's our shape A. Question number 6. Yuri has a jug of water. You see the jug of water. He pours some water out of the jug, and now the remaining water is, volume of water is there. How much water does he pour out of the jug? Give you answers in liters. The water given here is in milliliters. So we need the volume in liters. So what is the volume, the initial volume? This is 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,100, 200, 300, 400. So this is 1,200. And the remaining water in the jug is 500, 600, 700. The remaining water in the jug is 700. So how much water did he pour out? So the water he poured out is the difference between 1,200 and 700. So we find the difference. 1,200, take away 700 to give us the water that he poured. So 0, 0, 12 minus 5, 12 minus 7 gives us 5. And this is milliliters. So 1 liter has got 1,000 milliliters. So 500 milliliters is equals to how many liters? Of course, we cross multiply. So it's going to be 1 liter times 5,000 milliliters divided by 1,000 milliliters. The milliliters cancel. Of course, this goes twice into 1,000, so 2. So we'll have 1.5 liters, which is the same as 0.5 liters. So 0.5 liters is what is he poured out. Question 27. Here is a Carroll diagram. Okay. Multiples of 6, multiples of 8, not multiples of 8, not multiples of 6. Write these numbers in the correct box. The first one has been done for you. Of course, multiples of both 6 and 8 is 72. 72, when you multiply 8 times 9, 8 times 9 gives you 72. 8 times 9 gives you 72. And 72 divided by 6 gives you 12. Therefore, 6 times 12 gives you 72. So 72 is both a multiple of 6 and 8. And multiple of 6, and which is not a multiple of 8, I suppose that is 42. 42 divided by 6. 42 divided by 6 gives us 7. 7 is 42. So 42 is a multiple of 6, but it is not a multiple of 8. Of course, 8 times 5 gives you 40. So there's a remainder of 2. So 42 divided by 8. This will give you 5 for 40, remainder 2. So it will be, the answer will be 5 and 2 over 8, which is not a multiple of 8. Therefore, 52 and 62 are not multiple of 6, neither are they multiple of 8. Put these measurements in order from smallest to largest, So we have this. So we can convert all this into millimeters. 1 centimeter has got 10 millimeters. So 10.04 centimeters is the same as 10.4 times 10. This will give us 104 millimeters. So this is 104 millimeters. What about meters? 1 meter has got 100 centimeters, and 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters, and therefore 100 centimeters is 1,000 millimeters. So 0.12 times 1,000, this gives us 120 millimeters, 120 millimeters. Therefore, this is 120 millimeters. So among all this, which is the smallest? The smallest is this, it's number 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4. So the smallest is 102, followed by 10.4 centimeters, 1.02 millimeters, followed by 0.1312 meters, and lastly followed by 125 millimeters. The smallest to the largest. Cheers guys for joining me in this paper. Join me for the next checkpoint paper. See you then.